Number 15th ranked, Sean Tarzan Strickland facing off against Krzysztof Jotko, right? Middleweight contest. And I just have to say this before I give all the love to my man, Sean Strickland, because I'm just a personally really big fan of him. Jotko has received very little recognition over the year. This man has been a UFC veteran since 2013. It feels like nobody knows who he is or cares who he is, right? He's a BJJ brown belt, one-time fight of the night and one-time performance of the night winner. And come on, man, training out of American Top Team. What does the man have to do to get some recognition? He just beat Eric Anders in his last fight, your boy, right? He's got a win over Marc-Andre Barriault, you know what I'm saying? And listen, he did get knocked out twice in his last 5, and it was against Brad Tavares and Uriah Hall. So he's been able to compete against high-level opposition, just didn't get it done. Give me your thoughts on this matchup, man, in terms of Sean Strickland being a BJJ brown belt, a dude who's just came back from a motorcycle injury, right? He got hit on his motorcycle by a car, right? Fucked up his knee, came back. He's been successful in his last 2 outings, and he just coming off a knockout win against Brendan Allen. Super, super impressive after what we saw Brendan Allen do to his opponent in his last fight. So just give me some thoughts on this fight, AJ.
Yeah, no, this is actually a very exciting fight. I don't know why Jotko doesn't get any of the love he deserves, because this boy can bang, all right. Yeah. But first of all, let me talk about Sean Strickland, dude, because this dude, he's the epitome of, you know, when you're in little league and they'd always tell you just connect. Oh, yeah. Don't try to hit it out of the park. Just connect. Connect, and that's what leads to home runs. Bro, that's Sean Strickland. He'll literally just throw these arm punches, and he knows that he can just connect, like throw precise strikes, boop, and tap you on the button, drop you. He's like perfect striking, man. Doesn't load up a lot, but it still has a lot of snap on his shots. Smooth in the transition, but he's another one of those fighters to me that's a little too flat-footed, at least for my liking. He's very flat-footed, but he's smooth in it. He's real smooth in it. He's awesome. He's a great fighter, man. I'm very, very excited to see him perform again. But like I said, man, Jotko just doesn't get the love he deserves. He's very fast, has that very twitchy movement that we like to see, kind of awkward almost, and maintains distance well, man. That's his biggest thing that I think could be preventing him from getting that fan love, is that he stays on his bike. Once he got on his bike, he'll stay out to the outside, maintain those weird angles. Very technical fighter, so he's not in there to brawl. So maybe that's why he's not getting the love he does, Ben. But I think this is going to be a very fun kickboxing match. What do you think?
Well, I agree with you, but I know why Jotko doesn't get love, man. Look at his methodology. 6 knockouts, 1 submission, 15 decision wins. Like, you don't get love when you got 15 decision wins, man. You know what I mean? It's smart. It's strategy. It shows that he is a true technician. Right. Yeah, man, but he's a true technician. And if this fight is clean, I will not be surprised whatsoever if Jotko gets the win. But Sean Strickland, man, so I've been following this dude on social media for a while. This dude is a legitimate, like, demented, crazy man in all the best ways possible, right? You know, because he says, dude, there was one time, man, where he was training and he ended up getting cut in training, sparring, or doing whatever the case that he was doing. And it was just so crazy because he was one of those dudes who was all like, oh my God, I want to take the time to really like document this moment. I want to acknowledge this and I want to be, you know, humble, and I want to show that like I'm thankful to the MMA gods that somebody was able to actually bring damage to my face, because I'm always the one dishing it out. It was beautiful, and it was an honor to be cut by somebody in a sparring match. And I was like, you are a fucking crazy guy, man, but I love it, and that's what it takes to be a high-level MMA fighter, man. Like, this dude legitimately will film Instagram little stories talking about, like, yeah, I almost had to whoop this dude's ass in traffic right now, you know what I mean? Like, he's that type. He's like, what's up, bro? We can go right now. What's up? And this dude's offense is built around the 1-2, right? He's a very square, flat-footed boxing stance, keeps the hands around the chest so he could stuff the takedown or go back up to the guard or whatever, but he walks forward, he'll fight you for the center of the cage, and he'll just 1-2, 1-2, big hook over the top. But I will tell you what, it's deceptive, AJ, because he knows how to get away from danger. However, with that being said, he is there to get hit. And even though Jotko's not a knockout, you know, puncher, being a technician, if you just hit somebody with that right timing, man, it'll be a long night. Strickland has been hurt before. He's been knocked out only once. I believe that was by Kamaru Usman, actually, in the fight that he did get knocked out. So this is going to be a banger, man. Both of these fighters are BJJ brown belts. Both of these fighters have an 80+% takedown defense. Both of these fighters average a takedown per fight. What are the odds that we see this being a ground matchup, like a ground and pound type situation?
Oh man, I'm not banking on it. I'm banking on a kickboxing match. I even have it. Don't worry about the takedowns. We're gonna see a lot of strikes fly, and I really think that's what it's gonna be. Just because Jotko likes to maintain that distance. I'm going under 10%. What do you think?
Well, I think it could definitely happen. And the reason why is because Sean Strickland is the type of dude who I could see just putting him on the ground and trying to smash a hole in his face. And as soon as he gets the opportunity, definitely doing it. But Jotko is slick, man. And what we saw against Eric Anders in his last fight is that even when he was pressed up against the cage, even when he was taken down, he just finds a way to get back up to his feet and just evade, get on the bike, get out of that movement. But guess what, AJ? We're not fighting in Florida this week. You know what I mean? You're not fighting in Abu Dhabi. You're fighting in Vegas, and you're fighting at the Apex with a little cage. So there's not going to be a lot of room for you to maneuver like that. So I think Sean Strickland cuts off the cage. I think that he does what he does best, and he just punches accumulative damage, Max Holloway style, just keeps punching forward, little arm punches. And next thing you know, man, you'll end up like Brendan Allen, where, dude, it was only like probably maybe 4 or 5 1-2s, and this dude's face was busted up early in the first round, man. Brendan Allen over here talking about he wanted to kick Strickland's ass and going to knock him out and shit. It wasn't a very impressive performance. I'm not going to lie. Strickland is a dude who I just have to mention this. He's a former King of the Cage, 185-pound champion with 5 title defenses. I don't care where you're fighting at, AJ, regional or not, to defend a title, be the best of the best, and defend it 5 times is very telling. So Jotko, he's been able to stick around at the highest level, which is also very indicative of being a high-level performer, but I think that Strickland gets it done. So I'll give you my pick, AJ. I'm going Sean Strickland, and I'm going to knock out round 3. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, man, I'm right there with you. I'm a fan of Strickland, man. 1-2 is maybe a little underwhelming, but you bet you eat 30 of those, it's going to be a long night. So I'm going Sean Strickland KO round 2 personally. Yeah,
there we go, man. A knockout for the Tarzan. But like I said, folks, do not be surprised if this is a very clean technical boxing match. Jotko could spring the upset, man. But